Good morning. My name is Avery Zimbo, Student Council President. Welcome. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing as we sing our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. Wrote the Star-Spangled Banner almost 200 years ago, he called America the land of the free and the home of the brave. Those words are as true today as they were then. On Sunday, November 11, 2018, our nation celebrated the holiday called Veterans Day. To mark this important holiday, we are pleased to honor the men and women of our armed forces. Each and every day, countless sacrifices are made by the brave men and women in our armed forces to protect the many freedoms that each of us enjoy. Today, we salute you. Today we are honored to have veterans among us, and many of you in this audience may have friends and family that have served or are currently serving in the armed forces right now. To the veterans that are here with us today, and to the families of veterans, we thank you and will not forget the sacrifices that you made for each of us. Today we are honored to welcome Mrs. Nora Schwartz to our school. Mrs. Schwartz's daughter Avery is in Mrs. Mann's first grade class. Mrs. Schwartz is going to talk to us about her experience serving our country. Please welcome Staff Sergeant Schwartz.
Heroic, selfless, courageous, strong, brave, noble, honorable, and patriotic. These are the words that describe a United States soldier. You don't join the military thinking that you're all of these things, and as a young soldier, they are words I would not have associated with myself. I was simply doing my job and being a good soldier. But over time, I learned to live up to these words. They came with each training and deployment I encountered. They came with years of experiences that are beyond the scope of our everyday lives, and they came with maturity and sacrifice. As a soldier, you serve. You follow orders and sometimes go to places that others won't. You learn to be brave and courageous by traveling to foreign countries and befriending their people because you're going to be working beside them for the next 5 months. You're honorable and noble because you treat them with respect. You learn about their families and the injustices that are happening in their lives. You're patriotic when you wear your uniform with pride and you serve with honor and duty. When you stand and sing that national anthem, you have a pride you didn't have before. That song will forever have a different place in my heart after completing basic training in tech school and standing beside the other troops, knowing that we have chosen to protect this great nation. We often describe veterans as soldiers, people who wear uniforms and live on military bases. Of course, these things are all true, but a veteran can also be a student in college, a neighbor, a teacher, a doctor, a mom or a dad. A veteran can be anyone. And it's likely that you guys encounter them on a daily basis, you just don't realize it. I was 18 years old and a senior in high school when I enlisted in the Air Force National Guard. I went from being a cheerleader to a soldier. Instead of heading off to college, I spent that first semester at basic training and technical school. I spent the next summer in Kuwait working at Al Jaber Air Force Base. Then September 11th hit, and the following year, I earned my veteran status in 2002 after completing my second deployment to Kuwait for Operation Enduring Freedom. I turned 21 years old and missed my birthday during this deployment and spent 5 months in the Middle East helping prepare a military base to go for more. I was lucky to come home before the start of the war, but I knew I was leaving behind soldiers and friends who would bravely go into battle and experience days that would change their lives forever. By the time I turned 24, I completed my 6-year enlistment. I graduated college with my bachelor's degree in communications that the military helped pay for. When I first enlisted, 6 years seemed like a lifetime, and it was hard to imagine committing that much time of my life to devote to the military. But the years went by quickly, and the sacrifices paid off, and I felt very accomplished and proud to have been able to serve my country. This year is especially important because it marks the 100th anniversary of Armistice Day. On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918, the fighting stopped in World War I. At this time in history, it was considered the war to end all wars. It was on that first anniversary of this date that President Woodrow Wilson declared this day Armistice Day, and it should be celebrated with parades and public meetings and a brief suspension of business to honor those who had served during World War I. Later, in 1954, after World War II had ended, that day was changed to what we see today as Veterans Day, and it is to honor all veterans who served in any war during military duty. Each year, as Veterans Day comes around, it's a time for me to reflect on those experiences that I've had in the Air Force. It's a time to remember the other soldiers, my friends that I served with. It's also a time for me to give back. While I am a veteran, I still find it important to say thank you to all those who served with me and before me, and those who will come after me. It is those who came before me that help protect the freedoms that we still enjoy today. This year, my daughter Avery and I helped make and serve breakfast to veterans in our town. It's a chance for me to say thank you, to listen to their stories, and to also teach Avery about the importance of volunteering and service before self. It's so nice to be recognized and to have a special day like Veterans Day, but it doesn't have to stop there. It's important to take the time and remember how lucky we are to live in a country where we have so many freedoms. I encourage you all to say thank you to a volunteer and to help out a veteran. Serving my country has been one of the greatest honors, and I'm very proud to be here today with all the veterans in this room. I salute your service. I have the greatest respect and appreciation for your contribution and the sacrifices that you've made, and I'm proud to stand and honor you all today.
Thank you, Staff Sergeant Schwartz. We are all inspired by your service to our country. Throughout this nation's history, America's soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guardsmen have bravely answered the call to defend our freedom, to aid our friends and allies, and to turn back aggressors. We can never fully repay our debt of gratitude to the American service members who died in battle or were wounded. Can whoever recognize and thank the veterans still living today. We would like to show a video clip in honor of the friends and family member of our school community who have protected our freedom through their services in the American Armed Forces.
Thank you to all of America's veterans, to let them know that we appreciate them for their service and honor them for their sacrifices. The price of freedom is high. We cannot afford to bring a president to pay it. Today we celebrate America's veterans for keeping this nation the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We would especially like to thank our veterans for being here today. When your name is called, will you please stand so we can recognize you for your service? Please remain standing so we can applaud everyone at the end.